Okay, video production level 1. So as part of Kinetic Typography, I'm just going to do a quick little video to talk about the +3 -3 technique of how to actually keyframe your different words coming in. Now, today I'm going to do it based on position, but the idea of this, the +3 -3 technique, you can do it with anything. You can do it with rotation, scale, or any other effect you put in there. So let's have a look at what we're working with here. I'm just doing the first phrase here of this song. All the leaves are brown. You can see I've already staircased everything nicely there, just so I can get that timing. And if you play it right now, it'll look like this. Okay, so that times out pretty nice. But I don't want to just time it out like that. Like, I'm happy with the typography, the way it's laid out. You know, it's different sizes. I got different colors. It's all, you know, I've got some nice alignment on the right. I've got alignment on the left. I think it looks pretty solid. It's not just random. But now I got to add some style to it. So we're going to do that strictly with position. So let's start with all. So I'm going to go to all here, and what you want to do is you want to go to the very first frame that all exists on. Now you can zoom in, you can do it with your mouse, or you can use the page up and page down keys. So right there, you can say I'm just going back and forth. I'm going to go to the very first frame that it exists, which is right there. That's where I know that I want all to be at that time. So I'm going to go over here to my position, which is under transform, and I'm going to activate the animation or the keyframing. So I put that on. So basically it just says that it's going to do a keyframe at, 576, 470. That's the location. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my -3. And I do that with the page up. So I'm going to go back 3 frames. 1, 2, 3. Now what I want to do is I want to extend this clip right now. Right? Now I could use the arrows there, or I could do Alt and then the open square bracket like that. Okay, so now all technically is coming in a little too early. We know that 3 frames forward, that's where it should be. But now, at the very start, where do I want it to be? Well, that's where I get to decide. I'm going to, move this 576, which is the x-axis, and I'm just going to move it off the screen. I could also move it with my mouse like that. Okay, and now if I test it, I should get all comes flying in. And over 3 frames, that goes pretty quick. So you can see it comes in very, very quickly. But that's done. Okay, and I can shorten that up. Let's do it with the. So I'm going to select the. I'm going to go to the very first frame. Okay, I'm going to open up the position. Now, as a shortcut key, I could press P for position, and it'll just show me the position there. I'm going to activate my keyframing. I'm going to go back 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to press Alt, open bracket, open square bracket. And now I'm going to have maybe I'll have it like drop in from the top. So I'll push that up, out of screen like that. Looks good. And over those 3 frames, the drops in. Okay, I'll just finish this off here. Hopefully you're getting the idea. I'll go to leaves, and I'm going to hit the position. I'm going to activate my keyframe because I like it in that position. Then 1, 2, 3, Alt, open square bracket. And leaves can, come in from the left maybe again. Okay, I'll push that over. That comes in. We'll go to R. And you can see it does get a little repetitive after a while, but it also means you're going to be able to go through it quite quickly. Okay, so I'll activate the position. I'm going to go back 3. 1, 2, 3. Alt, open square bracket. And I don't really want it to cross the other words, so I'm going to have it come in from the bottom. Just push up like that. And finally, I will go to brown here, click on brown, open up position, activate it, back 3, 1, 2, 3, Alt, open square bracket, and brown can maybe come in from the right. And if I've done this correctly, it should all still be timed out really nicely, and I actually get a little bit of movement or kinetic for my typography. Actually looks pretty good. It might need a little adjusting. It's not perfect, but I can always play around with that after. That's not too bad. The other thing I really like to do, especially if I'm doing position like that, is I tend to activate motion blur for all of it. I just think it looks really good. So I'm just going to go to this little box here, the motion blur category, and I'm just going to activate it for brown. R, leaves, the all. There we go. And you can even see it when you still frame it. as it's coming in, it'll have a little bit of a blur. So if the doesn't have it, it just stays like that. I just think it looks a little more natural when you have it kind of come in like that. So now when I play it, just has a little more style to it. Now the last thing you can do if you really want it to look cool is right now, these are known as linear keyframes or linear markers. It basically means that it's just going to move the same speed throughout the duration. Now, for 3 frames, you might not see a big difference, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to change these from those little diamonds, and I'm going to do something called an easy ease. And, there's lots of things you can do with the keyframes, and there's a graph editor for those of you guys that really get into this, but I'm just going to change those to easy ease. And I think I can select all of them at once. Add an easy ease on there. You could also press F9. Now they look like little hourglasses. And again, over 3 frames, it's going to be subtle, but basically what it means is it's going to come in kind of quick, and then it's going to slow down a bit just before it gets to that final keyframe. And it does have a little more of a smoother look than just a straight linear one like it has before. Again, super subtle, but it does look really nice. And on some effects, you really notice it. That should be enough to get you going. Like I said, you can do this on scale. You can do this on rotation. You can do it on any effect you drag on there. It's just a matter of just coming up with some creativity with it.